Is in his second year as head coach at St. Augustine High School. He's a New Orleans native, a graduate of Old Perry Walker and Southern University. Coached at West St. John's, Scotlandville, McKinley, St. James. He guided the Wildcats to an undefeated season and state championship in 2019. Led West St. John to a state championship game. Spent time at Grambling as a coach there, an offensive line coach. And of course, he's at St. Augustine now, where they're 5-1, 2-1 in Catholic League play. They'll play Rummel Saturday night at Joe Yanni Stadium. We'll have that one on 106.7 at 7 p.m. That's 106.7 The Ticket. Hope you'll tune in. And everybody loves him at St. Augustine until he doesn't win a state championship this year. So please give a warm welcome to our good and great friend, Robert Valdez. Robert.
Got to make sure I don't make the last payment on the lease then. It might be a little rough this year. Thank you to the Great New Orleans Quarterback Club for having me. Jaden, I might need some representation soon, so let's speed the process up with this law degree. All the speakers here today and everybody here in attendance. I'm living a dream. Like I said, being able to come back to New Orleans was important for me. I get a chance to work at an all-black boys Catholic school, one of the only in the country, and I get a chance to be around these young men. Then now I get impacted by them, and I get fulfilled by them. I get fulfilled by their ambitions, by their dreams, and you know, we always, when I post something on Facebook, I always say the good guys. And that's how I see them. That's how I see our players. That's how I see our student athletes. Because I believe in seeing the best in people. And so the game of football that we play is basically, you know, that's what we do for fun. I tell them all the time that sometimes you're waking up in the morning and making sure you put the shirt and tie on, the uniform and haircut and everything that we do that requires, that our culture requires, sometimes may not be for fun. So let's get out, and when we have a chance to play for a couple hours, forget about all the societal ills, forget about black, white, forget about the things that's going on in the world, and just have fun and play some football. And we've been doing a good job. You know, our administration is very good under the leadership of our president, Mr. Austin Taylor, our principal, Mr. Lasana Cam-Bryce, and our athletic director, Mr. Ryan Sims. We're having some good things going on at 2600 AP2 Road. So what we're doing on the field is a factor of what our young men are doing away from it. So I'm very, very proud of them. And like I said, we're 5-1 right now, and hopefully we can continue to grow and develop, and hopefully we can continue to create experiences and memories for these young men to have for the rest of their lives, so they can tell their kids and grandkids about their experiences while they played at St. Augustine High School. And we're just excited. You know, I get a chance to sit next to my old swim coach, Mr. Eddie Bona. He was my swim coach coming up, and personal inside job, no, it's a great opportunity. I think football in New Orleans is very healthy. I think athletics in New Orleans is very healthy. I think that for us as adults, we have to understand how to continue to incubate and how to continue to pour into these young men and women so that we can continue to have these opportunities so they can be children. I think that sometimes we put a lot of pressure on them for the wins and losses, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. You know, that's what we do as adults. But if we can continue to pour into our kids, and that's one of the big things that attracted me to St. Augustine High School, is their commitment to pour into the lives of our young men. And when they do leave, that they become part of something special that we believe in. So if you have a chance, please come out. We're going to Joe Yanni Stadium Saturday. Look at the PowerPoints right now. This is a very, very big game in the landscape of district standings and playoff seedings. And like I said, hopefully we can go out and make enough plays and farewell. But I'd like to thank you and like to let you know how much appreciative I am for this opportunity. Thank you, sir.